Hey everybody, welcome back. This is not, no. This is not yet another spring and summer favorite knits series. Blankets and sweaters and socks. In with your favorite papa and let's start talking all things crafty. Yes, welcome. This is not another one of the favorite spring and summer knits. I've watched them all. I've loved them all. But let's just face it, I've got too many sweaters and blankets to knit to worry about the spring and summer knits. Maybe I'm just not one of those spring and summer knitters or wool wearers, cotton wearers. I don't like cotton. I don't like to knit with cotton. So I kind of just skip all of the springy and summery things. And I just keep knitting winter knits year round, blankets and all the good stuff. Hey. Let me tell you, my name is Joyce, and this is the Ruby Moss Cottage podcast. It is episode 69, and welcome. I've had a few new subscribers, so make yourself at home. We are just a little community that talks craftiness, some lifestyles, a little bit of what's going on in our lives, and we just meet here twice a week. I always say that. We don't meet here twice a week. We meet here every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, every Thursday, every other Thursday. So I hope that you'll just make yourself at home. Leave a comment below if you're new. Introduce yourself to me. I love making new friends, especially if you're a crafter, a maker of any kind, or you're like the outdoors, or you like gardening, or you like houseplants, or you like reading books, or you like decorating in a boho retro vibey kind of way, then we're friends already. Okay, what have I been doing? Oh, we went to, okay, just let me back up. I'm going to take another drink and I'm going to set this down. I have this, let me tell you about this mug. My daughter sent me this for Mother's Day. My favorite color. It has a lid to it so that I can just take it out. Oh, can you capture this? Is the camera going to capture the steam? Oh, it's steaming, but it's not going to capture it. Why can I see it in real life and it's not showing up there on the screen? I don't know. Anyway, I'm drinking Trader Joe's Winter Blend. I think it's called Winter, and it's so delicious. What I've been doing. Okay, so since we moved up here to Milwaukee, I have discovered this antique mall that I absolutely love. And it's called Antiques on Pierce, I think. And so I have 2 booths that are my absolute favorites. So I always go straight to the 2nd floor. I do work my way over to their booths. Oh, sorry, I've got fiber on my face. I do work my way over to their booths, but They're my favorite boots. So Sunday, 2 Sundays ago, I was there. I had actually left a needlework needlework wall hanging there at one of the 2 booths. So I was going back to get it. Well, one of the booth owners was there and I met her and we just became instant friends. So we exchanged information and she told me, you know, that she was friends with the girl in the next booth, the 2 booths that I love. And so we got together for coffee and we talked and it was just like old friends. It was such an easy friendship to pick up on. So I've got 2 friends here, 2 real friends, not just friends that I just walk past and say, hey, but real friends. So I'm so excited about that. And yeah, we're planning to go. One of us it's the neighborhood, where I come from, we call them yard sales. Here, I think they call them rummage sales. I'm not real sure. But anyway, it's the neighborhood rummage sale, yard sale this weekend. So one of the girls is going to come over and we're going to do it together. But yeah, so that's fun. I have friends now. And then another thing, one of the girls, Tracy, had told me that I need to follow Discover Milwaukee on Instagram. So I immediately started following them and I saw where they were having a maker's market last weekend. So I popped in there on Sunday and I bought these earrings. Oh my goodness, I love these earrings. They are from, let me see, I think I have her card here somewhere. Here. Boho Designs by Katia. And she is on Etsy. And so I will put her link in the show notes below. But so go, I'm telling you, I bought 2 pair. I bought this pair and another little dangly pair. And I realized that there is an art to making there's an art to making jewelry. And so if you want to support her, you can just hop on over to her Etsy shop. She doesn't know me, but if you want a great pair of earrings and not bad prices. So yeah, I loved her work. So that was fun. That's the only thing we got there, 2 pair of earrings. I felt like it was maybe not that well organized as far as vendors. They had a lot of vendors selling the same stuff, a lot of vendors selling stickers. And I like stickers as much as the next person, but I don't want to go to a maker's market and see 4 or 5 vendors selling stickers. And then what else was there? There was really no fiber at all. So yeah, it was, would I go again? They are, I don't know if the same makers are at every maker's market, but they have them every so often and they're around different locations around the city. So I don't know if I'll go back or not, but it was a fun experience. So we did that. And that was on Mother's Day that we did that. We stayed here for Mother's Day. We didn't go to Charlotte. It would have just been too much for one weekend, and I'm going to go for 3 weeks here in June. So we just decided to stay here. And yeah, the weather is starting to change. Yesterday was 80, nice and hot. Today it's cold or chilly, maybe I should say. When I go for a walk, I'll probably have a hat on. I'm not sure. The sun keeps coming in and out. So you're going to get, it's probably going to affect the camera work, but anyway. So yeah, it's in the 50s today, but it is partly sunny. So I don't know, I'll probably bundle up. Definitely have a sweatshirt on. So that's what I've been doing outside of crafting. I'm going to put a video in, maybe here, or maybe at the end, of some of the things I got when I was thrifting from Tracy and Kate's booths. But oh, it was quite a great haul. And if I don't find a lot in our neighborhood yard sale this weekend, I'm probably going to go back over there and shop their booths because they have everything that I just love. I've got a few things here I'll show you, but then I'll take a video of the pictures that I bought. They're not pictures, but photo, what would you call them? Artwork. So let's just jump right in to what is out of my bags. Well, first, I guess we should say, what am I wearing? This is the Stephen West Marled Mania Sweater. I made it back in 2019, I think. Yeah, back in 2019. I striped my version. I did put the thumb holes in it. And yeah, I made it with the same thing that I made my April cardigan out of, the, what are you called? I made it out of Rowan felted tweed. So yeah, it's all Rowan felted tweed. It is, I can't even stand up here. But anyway, it's these stripes. And I don't remember the colors. This is like a blue, a burgundy, a lighter blue, and a green. But that's striped. So it's the Marled Mania Sweater by Stephen West. Okay, what's out of my bags? Well, it's still wet, or you know I'd be wearing it today. It's the April cardigan, and I don't have a pretty wooden hanger up here, so I had to use this one. But it's going to be just perfect. I've got to get the buttons yet. I did not buy any because I've got some at the yurt, and so I'm just going to wait and buy them, or not buy them, just get them. I only need 4, and I know I have wooden buttons at the yurt. But this is the April cardigan by Petite Knits, and again, I used the Rowan felted tweed. It is so wonderful. I love the fit. Now, let me tell you this. This is a super wash. I know it is, but before I put it out there to the world, I want to make sure I've got it right. Let me see. It is the Rowan felted tweed is merino wool and alpaca. So, you know, they say that the merino or the superwash fade in length. So stretch or kind of grow in length. So I think it's still, I don't think the sleeves will be too long. I made them bracelet length, so I'm hoping that when I try this on, it's just too damp to try on right now. I've got a few ends yet to weave in. But I love this cardigan so much. I did have to go around and pick up like 387, I think, stitches. And I was afraid that it wouldn't be, so many times when I have to go in and pick up stitches around something, I've either picked up too many or not enough, so that it doesn't meet well here. It's either pulled up or hangs down too low. But this is perfect. So, and then I did the, she called for the Italian bind off. So I did it all around here. I did it, the sleeves and the 2 sleeves and all around. Oh, the 2 sleeves all around the bottom and then all the way around. So that took a little time, but I like the look, and it was great. It was great. So I'm excited to have this out of my bags. And hopefully I'll wear it next podcast. But I'm just so thrilled with it. I told you that I knit the body in size, no, I knit it in a size 6 needle, exactly what she called for. And then I went up to a 7 on the sleeves because my circular knitting is typically tighter the smaller it gets. So I went up to a 7, and then a 4 on the cuff, not the cuff, this would be the cuff, 4 on the cuffs and the waistband. And then a 2.5 when you picked up around, and these are all US sizes. So I used, for the size that I knit, and I think I knit the large, it was almost 6 balls. I bought 8 balls of yarn and I had 2 left over. So it took almost 6 balls of the Rowan Felted Tweed. So I think that's about all the details. I love that I knit the sweater, the main cardigan part, I knit, and then instead of purling back across, I did the backwards knit. I really want to learn the Norwegian purl. I think I'm really going to try to do that on the next sweater that I do, next cardigan, when I have to go back and forth. So yeah, that is out of my bags. And if you'll remember right, okay, so in my bags, well, let's just transition into in my bags. If you'll remember, I was working on the socks that I was, it had been a pair that I'd seen in a sales catalog, and so I wanted to make them, and I called them the Retro Crew socks. Well, okay, first of all, I'm just going to look at this basket. Is this not adorable? This is kind of like a plastic lining. I got this from one of my little favorite antique booths. I'm going to have so much fun with this. But in it, I just plopped my socks that I'm working on. And I knit my socks on a 1.5, again, US size. So I finished one. Okay, now, I told you last time about the magic heel that I was doing by Judy Acorn. It's her pattern by Acorn Knits, not Judy Acorn, by Judy of Acorn Knits. And I was looking for a great toe. Well, I was laying in bed one night and I kept thinking, I'm going to have to create a pattern that fits the shape of my foot, because like my toes don't go this way. My toes don't go this way. My toes go like just a little curve where the big toe is, and then it goes in. And so I'm like, I'm going to have to either find a pattern like that, or I'm going to have to create a pattern like that, because I want it to fit my foot really well. Because, you know, I got this magic heel, and so I just wanted it to be something really simple. So I declare, I was thinking this in bed one night, and I'm thinking, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna have to research that. I'm gonna have to really try and think of how I can make that. And in my feed, I'm not sure if it popped up in my feed or if I put in easy toe pattern socks. I don't know. But on YouTube, I discovered this pattern, and oh shoot, I forgot to make the show note of who it is. I will put it in the show. I will put the link to his video of how to knit these in the show notes, because I do want to give him credit. But this is the toe. Now you will have a right foot and a left foot, but this is exactly what I had thought about in bed when I was laying in bed the night before. So this, you know, this will be my right foot. No, because that's the heel. This will go on my left foot, and that right there is the shape of my toes. Perfect. So I will always do this toe from now on. No questions asked. This will be my go-to. It's called Anatomically Correct. So this is the Anatomically Correct pattern. It's free on Instagram, YouTube. He has a video, so you can just plug it in and watch it. But I was so excited. So these are my absolute perfect Retro Crew socks, tube sock, and the fit is just for me. And now I'm this far on my second one, so let's just see here. You can see I'm almost to the toe shaping. And I do probably 90% of my socks on Magic Loop. I don't really like double point needles. I don't like the 9-inch circulars. This to me is my go-to. There is some up through here. I don't know if you can see it, but there is a little bit of laddering. I don't care. It tends to block out and wear out over time. So as far as the striping, I used the jogless jog to where when you switch colors, You knit around in that first color, and then the second round, you slip the first stitch knitwise, and then you knit so it kind of pulls that stitch up, and you don't have that jog where colors jog on when you switch colors. So I'm really happy with these. These are the first socks I've made in a while. I cast on 64 for me, and I had all of these in my stash of minis. And then this is Cascade, a Cascade, let me see, I have the tag here. It is Ultra, it's by, not Cascade at all, it's Barocco, the Ultra Alpaca Fine. You know what? I'm looking at this. Yeah, it's a sock, it's a good sock yarn. So I'll have a good bit left. I will be winding a ball up to stick in an Advent swap that I do with my friend Marta, and then the rest of it will just go in my stash, and I will have a pair of socks. So that's in my basket. Okay, the other thing that's in my bags, okay, it's in this kind of like a basket too. But remember, I was going to do, I will see if there's a picture here. The Granny Go Around cardigan by Iron Lamb. I love it so much. But my good luck, or my perfect roll that I was on with sweaters just turning out just as I loved them has hit a wall. You've heard me say before, crochet is not my first language, so to speak, in the crofty world. Well, I didn't know how to read gauge. So I thought, I'm just going to pick a size that fits my bust measurements, and I'm just going to start with the hook that she said. And I kept trying it on as I went, and I felt like when I got to this point, I thought the back looks a little big, but it'll be okay. Well, it's not okay. This is way too big on me. Even the last row, I tried to take it in. I don't even know how to decrease, but like I tried to decrease here, and once in the back, and it's still too big. So I'm going to have to take this out and redo it, but that's okay. It doesn't take long. Crochet is so fast. I mean, you have to think how many rounds it would take you to knit something like that deep. It would take several rounds in knitting, but in crochet, that's just one pass. So it's so pretty. I love the colors, but it's just too big. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back to the underarms. No, I don't even think that would work. I think what I'm going to do is actually what I'm going to do is just start the, I think I did the extra large. I'm going to start the large. I'm just going to put this to the side. I'm not even going to take it out yet unless I need the yarn. But I'm just going to start the extra large and just, no, I'm going to start the large and see if that fits. I'm going to see how many less that it would be per row, because I think I need to take about 5 clusters out to make it fit. So I wish, like my friend Marta in London is getting ready to make one similar to this. I wish we lived beside each other so she could help me, because I'm not that great of a crocheter. Or I wish my niche Julie from Charlotte could come up here and help me and just crochet it for me, I guess. But I do love it. I'm going to love it. I love the colors. I don't know if this brightness is blowing out colors. I really don't. but it's so pretty. And I thought I would just be whipping right along, but then when I tried it on the last time, I just go like, doesn't fit, it's too big. So that's in my bags. Going to be in a new bag soon because I'm going to be done with that. That's all that I am actively working on. But remember, I told you I was I wanted to start a blanket. I was just like in this blanket mode, and I just wanted to cast on a blanket. I didn't know which ones I was going to cast on. Well, I decided that I was going to do the hexagon, the crochet hexagons ones. And I'm going to pop a picture in here of the one Krista Nicholas made. So I've ordered all of my yarn, and it's not here, but it should be here soon. And I'm going to start that. I absolutely love that blanket. And really, I was intimidated. At first, I was like, oh, that's going to take so long. But remember the last time, stop dreaming and start doing. I thought, okay, this is something I've wanted in my yurt or my wherever we are. I wanted this in my blankets for so long. It's not going to get there as long as I keep dreaming about it. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do the thing. So I ordered the yarn, and when it gets here, I'm going to do like one hexagon, and then I'm going to do all the ones that go around it, and then I'm just going to keep letting it grow. And I figure it's something I can, a lot of times I'll walk over to the park and I'll knit over there, but it needs to be a small project, like I take the socks over. And I thought that the little hexagons are something I could just pop in a basket, go over there. I could sit crochet hexagons, and people watch, and bird watch, and fishermen watch, and so that's the blanket that I decided on. I was going to do the one what is it called? The Cozy Comfort Throw by Molly. But I would have had to ordered some yarn. So instead I chose another one that I had to order some yarn. I'm probably going to cast on that one too. I'll probably order the yarn for that and cast on that too, because I really want to get that one in my stash too. Okay, speaking of blankets, let me show you. When I was in Charlotte, I guess it was 2 visits ago, my daughter and I went to an antique mall. And I bought this quilt topper. I think I showed it to you before. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Oh, it's heavy. Okay. This is the quilt topper that I bought, and it is silky fabrics. I'm not gonna be able to lift the whole thing up, but anyway, this is it. I am in love with this thing. The colors are just so pretty. And they've stitched it, you know, so unique. Okay, so this is silk, but they backed the silk to some kind of a muslin, I guess. Each square is backed. Each square is backed, and then it's all stitched together. So it's kind of warm already. This is going to be so warm when it gets done. So I've got this quilt topper. All right. Then I bought this sheet at Kate's booth here at Antiques on Pierce. So this is going to be the backing to this quilt. It's plenty big enough. I've already checked it out. So this will be the backing. to the quilt. Won't that be pretty? Okay, so there's that. I think that's going to be so pretty. Now, I've already got the batting that I need. So, I'm waiting on the spray, the adhesive. I have some at the yurt, but I didn't have any here. So the adhesive so that I can sandwich all of this together. Once I get it all sandwiched together, I am going to start hand quilting this. Now, I'm not going to do anything on the machine. I take that back. First of all, I was thinking, now give me your opinions. I know I've got some quilters out there. I was thinking about just machine stitching in the ditch of all the pieces, but I really didn't want to mess up the integrity of the hand stitching that they've already added. So I thought what I could do, several things. I could either duplicate stitch what the original person did, hand stitch that and quilt. Okay, so I can do that. Then I thought what I would do is go in and do some floral embroidery on it. I know I'm probably not making myself clear. I just need to open up my brain so you can look in there and see what I'm talking about. Like, I bought this. I bought these for several reasons. I had some other things that I wanted to embroider, but so this is that dissolvable paper. And so I thought if I could, like, some of these flowers, if I could just take them and randomly cross stitch them into some of these squares, that would be pretty. And it would be quilting all at the same time. What you think? It's going to be what I'm working on here. Soon, I think that tomorrow, I think the spray comes. So, the quilt, the blanket, the hexagon blanket, finish up those socks, and I'll restart this cardigan because I have to have sweaters. I've got sweater fever. I have got to keep a cardigan or a sweater on the go, and I'm really wanting that. So, I'm going to be busy. I cannot lug this blanket around, this quilt around with me. But I think that's going to be fun. Oh, I cannot wait. I've wanted to do something with that ever since I found it. I did not have enough fabric to back it. I could have pieced some fabric together, but it wasn't fabric that just said, I need to be with that quilt, until I saw that big sheet at that antique booth, and I thought, okay, that has to go on there. So stay tuned. I would like to say I'm going to make a vow to you that by the next episode, I will have started the quilt. Do I dare? Do I dare? I'm going to make a vow to you that I'm going to have started that quilt by the next episode. So that's 2 weeks. I'm scared to start with the silk. I mean, I need to get it steamed really good. And I'm afraid it's going to be slippery and puckery. But I can't let my fear stop me from doing it. Because even if it's puckery, right now it's just sitting in a basket not being used. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be wabi-sabi. I mean, that's me anyway. Perfectly imperfect. Wabi-sabi. So it's probably going to be a very, very wabi-sabi quilt. So if you will extend to me grace and go, yeah, that looks good, even if it's wonky, then I will get started and I will tackle the beast, and I will not dream about it any longer. I'm going to dig in and I'm going to do it. I think that's all. Got that. Ooh, gotta be careful with that basket. Oh, my book bag. Okay. I'm sorry. Itchy. I think it must be all the fibers, because I feel like every episode that I podcast, I'm itching, but I think it's like all the different fibers that I'm using. I want to check my show notes here. I talked to you about all of that. So the quilt, the blanket. Okay, my book bag. First of all, I read House Above the Bookshop. I think I told you about that. Is that the House Above the Bookshop? What a joke. I think I paid like $8 something for the Kindle. It had like 6 chapters, little. I mean, it was over with in no time. And then for the sequel, they wanted you to pay $8 more. And I'm like, first of all, it's not that good. And second of all, seriously, you couldn't write a longer book than this? And a lot of people were complaining about that. So I don't know how she's going to fare with that series. But I think I told you about it. If you haven't purchased it, don't worry. I mean, it's not worth it. It's just too much money for a little bit of stuff that you get. Then my daughter texted and said she was going to start, and I don't know why she was going to start it, because she's way too sensitive to start a book like this. But The Midwife of Auschwitz. She asked me if I wanted to read it with her, and I was like, oh, that's going to be a heartbreaker. But yeah, that's my favorite genre. I'll read it. She didn't finish it. I think she got into like 2 chapters and just quit. I finished it. I loved the book. It was very heartbreaking, but I've read enough of that genre that, you know, I knew what I was getting into, but still it fascinates me. So I did read that one. It's a very good book, but be warned, it is a heartbreaker. It ends fairly well though. Then I'm getting a book today in the mail. I don't remember the name of it. I was going to show it to you and thought we could read it together. Maybe I'll pop a picture of it in here. That's what I'll do. I will pop a picture of it in here. And if you want to read it with me, let me know, either in the show notes below or on Instagram. And we'll try to start another little group and see how that turns out. But it comes today. It's probably down there at the door. I haven't checked lately. And I wish I could remember the name of it, but I can't. But I'll put a picture in. Okay, then I ordered this. I love Outlander. And I also saw that season 8 is up, so I'm going to start watching that this afternoon, I think. But I saw this book and I ordered it. It's called Outlander Knitting. I love Claire's shawls or her haps that she wears, and so I bought this book just for that. But yeah, I love this book. It has great patterns in it. I'm flipping and you can't see, but it also has great art, great shots of the series. So I ordered this book. So stay tuned to see if I knit anything from it or if I just look at it. But I do want to knit at least one of the haps. Something else I want to knit. I am obsessed now with cowls. Since I made the Little Leftovers cowl, I'm obsessed with them because they wear so much easier than a shawl. I still love my shawls though. I've got a list of shawls. I just quickly saw the reading shawl that Kay from Bakery Bears is working on. I want to knit. Is that knit or crochet? I think it's knit. Yeah. I want to make that. Oh, cowl. But Jody from the Grocery Girls has got this awesome cowl that she just came out with. And I love the colors that she used. It was in her line that she's dyeing. It was like a coppery color and a bluish purple color. The colors went so well together. I want to order that yarn and I want to make that cowl. I'm obsessed with them. Obsessed with them. So that I want to make. And then I've got sweaters lined up in my brain. After this one, the Granny Go Round cardigan, I want to make the name is slipping me now, but it's Oh, I don't know what it's called. I'll have to pop a picture of it in here, but it's from the Crochet podcast. I want to make that, and I want to make it in green. So I've got to get the yarn for that. That is next. After this Granny Go Round cardigan, that's my next sweater that I want to cast on. But I have to get the yarn for that. And I think I'm going to do it like in a Cascade 220, because I think that'd be a great price point. And I've already looked. They've got those bright colors that I like. So lots of making in my future. Okay, I've done my book bag. That's it. That is all that we have to talk about today. I'm just trying to think if there's something that we can chat back and forth about. If you want to get a conversation started with me, drop me a note and ask me a question, okay? So I think that's all I have to talk about. I'm going to have to get this edited today so that I can get it go public tomorrow, which is Thursday. I also have to walk, and I have to eat lunch, and that's it. That is it. It's 41 minutes in, so by the time I show you some of the things I'm walking, the gardens here are starting to wake up, and are they ever gorgeous? Oh my goodness, they are so pretty. The tulips are amazing here, and I realize we're a good bit behind of what maybe a lot of you are, but the tulips are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And other things are starting to wake up now, and it's green, and it's so pretty. It is so pretty. So I am enjoying getting out walking and looking at everyone's gardens. And I even stop and smell. There's this lilac bush in one yard, and I always have to stop and pull that lilac down and smell it, and I walk on my merry way. But yeah, so I hope you're having a great spring, a lot of fun crafty adventures, and until next time, keep making, and just remember that in all you do, take it one stitch at a time. Oh, I came out for my walk, and it's cold. I have my scarf on with just a sweatshirt. I have a hat, but I'm actually wrapping my hands up in that. But it's so pretty. I came over to the park. I'm going to turn this around and show you what's blooming everywhere. Let me see. These beautiful, it's just daffodils. No, dandelions. Dandelions are everywhere. They're so pretty. Anyway, I thought I'd take you to the park with me and show you all the beautiful dandelions and other things. There's geese and trees that are blooming. It's a beautiful, chilly day. Thankful for my hand knits. Not ready for those spring knits yet. I did not want to come out here. I wanted to just stay snuggled in where it was warm. But I'm so glad I did. The fresh air is so good for me. I hope you all are having a beautiful day.